What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that like button and please subscribe. Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 mom hacks that I have found most beneficial as a new mom, as a mom that spends a lot of time at home, things like that. So, number one, I think this is one of the most important points that I might have. Find a way to shower with your baby being content, out in the bathroom, however you do it. Right now, I always have Theo, unless he's being independent, I always have Theo in a high chair with some snacks, and I have a clear shower curtain so I can keep an eye on him. But that is how we do that, because otherwise he's crawling in and out of my shower, he's, getting water everywhere, and it's just crazy. But when he was a kid, when he was a baby, I would put him in a bouncer. I would get a very comfy rug that we had, like a plush rug, and lay him on there when he was like super small, because the steam also kept him from being too congested, which he struggled with as a baby. That is so important because you need to shower. I know some moms go days without showering, and it honestly is, it's so good for your mental health if you just take time for yourself, find a way to keep your baby content, and just take a shower. Number two. This isn't really a mom hack, this is more of an item that I just rely on a lot, and it is these fruit lollipop things that have a cover. They're super easy to clean, it's easy to put stuff in, you just pop this down, take this rubber piece off, and it is rubber. So for teething, this is amazing. You can easily try new foods, they can be messy foods, foods that they couldn't typically grab and eat. They can just smash it and it'll come through these holes that are on there. And it is so helpful. Theo likes to just chew on it at this point, but I do still put fruit in there, like bananas. He doesn't like to just eat bananas, but if they're in here, he'll eat them. Those have been amazing, 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 amazing. I recommend those. Not only do they have your child eating more fruit, but they also have them having something to chew on during teething, and it keeps them busy for so long. It is a lifesaver. I love it. Number three, maximize your baby's nap times. I know a lot of people recommend sleeping when your baby sleeps, and I can't nap. So if you're anything like me, you probably see yourself just doing whatever you're doing during nap time. I have learned that the best time to get stuff done is during nap time. So I do a lot of homework, I film videos, I edit videos, I plan, I do a lot of different things, or I deep clean something that I don't want him being around the chemicals for. Those are important things to get done while your child is napping. Coffee break. Yeah, so I have found that it's easier to get things done rather than nap. Even if I'm tired, if I get things done, I feel so much more energized instead of napping and wasting all that time. But again, also if you're really tired, just take a nap. That's okay too. But maximize your nap times to get whatever you really want to get done while your child is occupied. Number four, when you go to the grocery store or any store, bring snacks or toys if they aren't at the snack phase yet. I have seen a lot of new moms on social medias saying that they have been so anxious about, going to the store and their child's crying, or, throwing a fit and doing all this crazy stuff, or just even getting antsy and they just don't want to be there anymore. I get it, because Theo's like that too, but just bring something to distract your child. When we go to Costco, we just put one of the dog beds that are in the back or whatever in the huge cart that they have, and Theo just crawls around the back of the cart. Obviously, we keep an eye on him and make sure that he doesn't hang over the edges, but that's how I keep him busy in Costco. When I go to Target, I usually have a bunch of snacks in my purse, and I just hand him snacks as I'm moseying on through. So that way, instead of rushing out, you get to actually enjoy your time out of the house, and you get to enjoy looking at things that you typically feel like you would rush past when your child is crying. Because I know that as soon as he starts crying, I'm like, we need to go. I need to get out of here. And I noticed that as long as I bring things, keep him occupied, or even grab a toy while in the store, you don't really have to buy it per se. With COVID, maybe you might want to buy it just because people might be weird about it. But usually we just grab something, or I just grab something cheaper and something he can just play with, and then he's good to go. Number five, eat when your baby eats. Most people try to feed their baby and interact with them while they're eating and do whatever you're doing. eat when your baby eats because this will encourage them to eat more. Babies want to copy you when they're, when they're growing and they're seeing what adults are doing and the people that they look up to. They want to copy you, so they're going to eat a lot more if you're eating while they're eating. Also, you will actually get to eat. If you're anything like me, you don't get to eat while he or she is not eating because he just wants attention and you gotta play. You don't really get to make anything, or you're eating more unhealthy than you typically want to. So I've just learned to eat when he eats because that works for me. When I was a new mom, I went a couple days without eating without even realizing it, because while they're in the bottle phase, obviously they're not sitting there eating. You have to actually feed them and hold them, and the only time I thought about food was when I was feeding him, so I didn't eat for a couple days. So I really recommend finding, even just like having some snacks by the couch if you're a new mom that's like breastfeeding or bottle feeding. Just eat while they're eating, because that is the best way to do it from my experience. Number 6, a sleeping schedule. Not just for the baby, but for you. I notice that, and not everyone will be the same, but I notice that if I stay up a lot later, obviously I'm going to be tired when Theo wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not fun. But I do also allow myself some time after he goes to bed. So his bedtime is 9 o'clock every single night. And, it ranges between 9 to 9:30, but typically at 9 o'clock is when he's getting tired and he's ready to go to bed because we have a schedule. And he usually will actually wake up between 7 to 8:30. It just depends. And sometimes he'll sleep into like 11. It just depends. It's so important for your mental health if you're staying at home. This video is directed more at stay-at-home moms because mental health is a really big issue with stay-at-home moms. Just try to sleep more. So when Theo goes to bed at 9 o'clock, I usually stay up until about 10:30 because I want to give myself time to decompress from the day. I want to clean up the house. I want to get things back to feeling normal for me and in control, to where I can wake up the next day and be like, everything's fresh, everything looks good, everything is ready for a new day, and you don't have to start the morning off by cleaning, or you don't spend the whole day cleaning. It just is what it is. But yeah, sleeping around the same time as your baby is very important and very good for you because you will get a lot more sleep, and you won't have to nap during the day, to where you can get more done during the day, yeah. Number 7 is something I have actually recently discovered, and most moms might already know this, or they might not want to do this just because of, wanting to keep clothing clean. When you feed your child, when I feed my child, I put a t-shirt on him. One of his t-shirts, he's almost a year old, so he has a lot of t-shirts, but as a baby he always had t-shirts too, because I don't really like onesies. Put a t-shirt on it that you don't mind getting dirty. When you're done feeding him and there's food just from head to torso because of the high chair, just take the shirt off, use it to wipe his face and his hands off, like get the food, get whatever, and then just throw it in the wash. That's easy. Before I realized to do that, I was putting him in the sink after every every feeding time, or putting him in the bathtub. So that was a lot more hard, and he was anxious about eating because he knew he was going to have to get a bath after every time, and he does not like being cleaned up at all. So that is a very helpful tip if you have the same issue. Number 8, find what makes your child calm and independent. Now that sounds really weird. That could be a very broad statement. For me, it is specifically Theo likes to be outside. We have raised him to be outside and to love the outdoors and to kind of do his own thing, and that is what I use when he's very cranky. So he loves to play in the sand for hours on end, and he doesn't want anything to do with me while he's at the beach. So now, it's getting chillier up in Michigan, but we still go to the beach a lot, and we just layer up and he can play in the sand. I don't care if things get sandy, whatever. When he's cranky, we are going outdoor, we are going to the beach, and we're going to just relax. When I say to find what makes them calm and independent, this is that way when they are cranky and they're just overwhelming you and you need a break, you have a way to take one. You can just give them or take them wherever makes them feel most calm, and you'll be able to just relax and find some free time in that. Number 9, keep clothes, diapers, and snacks very organized. and easily accessible. That is a very important point. This saves time when you're dressing your child, when you're finding snacks, when you're doing a diaper change. You're not going all over the place. You're not digging through stuff to find what you need. Have everything in like a very clear spot or different bins like what I have. I have a pants bin. I have a sock organizer because finding socks is terrible. His shirts that are not onesies are in something. His onesies are in something, and then something that like his onesies with legging or with like his jumpers are also in their own separate bin. And then I have a diaper bin, and I keep wipes, one on the changing table, and then I keep wipes in another bin. Number 10, cleaning up after your child goes to bed. This is one that I was personally struggling with, so I just included it. I was cleaning all day long and feeling really burnt out after like a week of it. And I felt like the mess like just never ended, and then I would clean at the end of the day, but then in the morning I had to start the process all over again, and I was really struggling. So then I realized, you know what, let the house be messy during the day. It's not gonna be perfect. Your child's gonna go right behind you and knock everything down again. They're gonna get everything out again because they're children and that's what they're supposed to do. If you just clean at the end of the day, when they go to bed, you get to, relax in your kind of environment. Like I said, give yourself some you time. And it's a good routine because then you're going to have everything down pat. Your kids are probably going to get the same stuff out every day. If you just have a routine on how to put it away, where to put it, like we have a little bookshelf and just put everything on top of it, and there you go. Have a toy bin, or you can just throw everything in there, like whatever works for you, whatever you want your house to look like. I just really recommend doing most of the cleaning at night. Do big cleaning during the day so you're not up all night, but really just do like the small, like picking stuff up kind of thing at night. So that way you're not cleaning all day long and getting burnt out and feeling like you're just a caretaker, because that's kind of where I am right now. I just feel like a caretaker. It's really important that you prioritize your time in order for yourself to be able to relax too. Also, putting the toys away every single day keeps your children interested in their toys. So I switch up how they are organized like every single day pretty much. I go through a rotation basically. And that makes Theo wake up every day and he thinks that he has like new toys or they're in new areas, and he really likes that. And I found that very helpful during the mornings because he does like to play by himself. So you can use that if you want. Anyways, those are my 10 mom hacks, the 10 best mom hacks that I have for you. I'm sure that there are probably better ones that I could have thought of, but I just couldn't really think of them at the time. But hopefully you are able to utilize some of these, and hopefully it gave you some reassurance that a lot of the feelings that you have are normal. And please subscribe again to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you want to leave a comment on other things you'd maybe like to see me talk about, let me know. Thank you.